Good evening. I am Michelle Strasser. I am your governor of the Southern Region for 2020-2022. We want to welcome you to our first orientation. This is such a great idea that Governor-elect Kathy had, and she's been meeting with the past governors to put this to fruition and bring it to our Southern Region. So we couldn't be more excited to host this evening. And so without further ado, I am going to turn it over to past Governor Pat McKay and Priscilla Tatarski, as I believe they are showing the first presentation.
All right, well, since Pat and I were governors back to back, we spent lots of time together, working together. So of course, once again, we had to share a presentation when we do this for the leadership. So I'm going to begin, and I'm going to share my screen for the PowerPoint that we've presented so we can get started. So we're starting with the very basics: who, what, when, where, and why of Soroptimist. And we're just pretty briefly going over the different levels of Soroptimist and what each level does and what you can expect from different levels. And as you know, since we're celebrating our 100-year anniversary, Soroptimist was founded in 1921 in Oakland, California. First club had 80 business and professional women, and it was SI of Alameda County. Their first project was to save the redwoods, which resulted in a major part of the forest being set aside as protected lands in California. In the next 5 years, 15 more clubs were formed with more emphasis on concern for women in their communities. And the first European club, because, you know, one of the when they first founded the first club, they wanted to make sure it was made international, and so they did with the first European club, SI of Paris, in 1924. And just to be very basic, SI is Soroptimist International. You know, we use abbreviations all the time, but we have Soroptimist International, worldwide volunteer service organization for women who work for peace, and in particular to improve the lives of women and girls in local communities and throughout the world. It started 100 years ago with one club in California. It now has around 72,000 members in 121 countries worldwide. Through its general consultative status as a non-governmental organization at the United Nations, the organization seeks equality, peace, and international goodwill for women. The vision is women and girls will achieve their individual and collective potential, realize aspirations, and have an equal voice in creating strong, peaceful communities worldwide, with the principles to strive for the advancement of the status of women, high ethical standards, human rights for all, equality, development and peace, and the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace. The leadership of Soroptimist International is a 2-year term, with the president being rotated between the federations. The Soroptimist International is headquartered in Cambridge, England, with just a small office staff, because the federations do their own governing and stuff, but international brings everybody together and always has an international project also. And the board of members of Soroptimist International has members from each federation, usually the president of each federation, and then the president-elect or past president or something like that as the governing body of Soroptimist International. And her project, it's called, you might have heard it, the December 10th Appeal, the President's Appeal. It's known by different names, and it revolves around December 10th, the Human Rights Day or United Nations Day. And it's a day that Soroptimist International presidents ask people to sacrifice something to help women worldwide. And there have been lots of projects in the past. Every president has her own, I think the last president had Women, Water, and Leadership, you might remember hearing about. Long ago, they dug wells for women. Birthing in the Pacific was another recent one you might have heard of. But then to hear more, you can also go into Soroptimist International website, which is soroptimistinternational.org, and look under the SI Voices, and there will be the podcasts and webinars there. And I'm going to talk about this a little later, but it is wonderful to just sit back and be a little bug on the wall during these webinars, because literally women all over the world are there and speaking and working together and asking questions and discussing and everything. And it's really a powerful hour or however long that the webinar is to do and to see. Pat, it's all yours.
It's all mine. Thank you. Can everybody hear me? I unmuted, so hopefully it works. And Priscilla, you'll have to advance since it's your PowerPoint if you don't mind. Not now, because I'm going to speak to this one. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. I am just thrilled to be presenting this particular slide. Did any of you know before tonight that Soroptimist International has a seat at the United Nations? I can't even say it. I'm so excited. The Commission on the Status of Women, and the acronym is CSW, as you can see on the screen, was established by the UN in 1946, is the principal global intergovernmental body, that's a mouthful, exclusively dedicated to the promotion of gender equality and the empowerment of women. That just says it all, I think, as far as what we need to be doing in this world. With this as its focus, its mandate includes drafting recommendations and reports to the Council on promoting women's rights, the monitoring of implementation of measures for the advancement of women, and the identification of issues affecting gender equality. Furthermore, CSW takes a leading role in monitoring and reviewing progress and problems in the implementation of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, and in mainstreaming a gender perspective in all UN activities. I don't know what that says to you, but what it says to me is that we as women need all the representation we can get. And I'm thrilled that Soroptimist International allows us that capability. I want to tell you why this is so exciting to me. In 2016, I'm getting my years confused. In March of 2016, I was very fortunate to be allowed to go to the United Nations and participate in that CSW 60, which they give a number to the year each time. I was thrilled. So I actually asked Priscilla if I could do this particular slide. Priscilla, if you will advance for me, please. We now have 5 federations in Soroptimist International. I'm thrilled. We just announced SI Africa Federation just a week or so ago. That's been in the works for quite some time. We, of course, are part of Soroptimist International of the Americas. This whole club, the entire club, Soroptimist International, is just so international. It's so diverse culturally and just in every possible way. It's just an amazing thing to me. There's also SI of Europe, then SI of Great Britain and Ireland, and there's SI of Southwest Pacific. Those are your 5 federations. We are a global volunteer movement. We work together to transform the lives of women and girls across all 5 federations. Our network of around 72,000 club members in 121 countries works at a local, national, and international level to educate, empower, and enable opportunities for women and girls. And I don't know about you, but that is exactly why I joined this club. Priscilla, if you'll go to one more slide for me. Thank you. Soroptimist International of the Americas is our federation. It is, of course, a global volunteer organization that provides women and girls with access to the education and training they need to achieve economic empowerment, our mission. Our tagline is investing in dreams. And of course, the two signature programs that we have, Live Your Dream and Dream It Be It, are our dream programs. I will give you a little hint. There is a third one being considered, but that's all I can say. And I'm thrilled, by the way. It's back on the drawing board, so I'm excited. You'll know more in a while. I don't know how soon that will come out, but how we do our dream programs. Of course, if you've been in the club for more than 15 minutes, you probably know Live Your Dream, but I'm wanting to give you some statistics. Every year, Soroptimist distributes more than $2.8 million in education awards to about 1,700 women all over the world. Is that not impressive? I think it is. Our Dream It Be It program, our second signature program, launched in 2015, and since that time, more than 73,000 girls around the world have participated, and that just makes my heart feel really, really good. It's all yours, Priscilla.
So now we get down to Southern Region. We've been to Soroptimist International and the Federation, Soroptimist International of the Americas, our federation. Below that is Southern Region. SIA has, and I was going to look this up and I didn't. How many regions do they have? Like 26?
26.
Oh, I was right. 26 regions then. So we were one of them. Southern Region has 14 clubs in Florida, Alabama, and Tennessee, but we're always looking to charter more. And our region also encompasses Georgia, Mississippi, Puerto Rico, and the Bahamas. So we can go to any of those places and charter new clubs, and they'll be in our region. Our region is governed by a region board with Governor Michelle in charge, also with the governor-elect, treasurer, secretary, 3 district directors, and the parliamentarian. And your region board provides the leadership training and making sure that the region upholds the bylaws and procedures that they have created. And each officer serves 2-year terms. And they're elected in even years. So this coming spring, when we have our region conference, we will be electing a new region board. The governor-elect, Kathy Blanton, will automatically move up to governor, but everybody else will be either re-elected or elected. You can serve for 2 terms. So they're 2-year terms, and you can serve 2 terms. So some will be able to be re-elected. Our region is divided into 3 districts, aptly named districts 1, 2, and 3. And you know those because in the fall, when COVID isn't around, we have district directors, and that's when the clubs that are geographically close to each other get together and share their ideas and hear the news and what's going on. And that happens in the fall. And then in the spring, we have the region conference where everybody, all clubs from the region, come to be represented and to share ideas and give each other reinforcement, meet new people. And this will all be much better when we actually do it in person. I will say that. So we've been down to the regional level. Of course, the region divided into districts, and all the districts are divided into clubs. They all have from 3 to 6 clubs in their district, I think. And then the clubs have the members, which are you, which is really the basis of the organization, and what really makes our organization is the members themselves. But know that you're part of a much larger organization, and there's many benefits to be in Soroptimist, which brings us to our last slide, which are membership benefits. And we've listed just a few here. Leadership development on top, since that's what we're doing tonight, so we had to list that. One of the best things that I have through Soroptimist is just the women I meet. And the women I meet in my club, in my region, I've gone to many conferences all over the world and have friends all over the world, literally friends. I mean, sometimes I think back and I don't really believe this, but yes, we have friends all over the world. And even if we don't know them personally, if you get on like the SI Voices webinar that I tell you about, you will see the women from all over the world, all participating, all working to a common goal. And that just reinforces what we do all the time. Pat, do you want to speak to any benefits? Or I'm sure you can
unmute
with more benefits than we have listed here, but that's
yeah. I would add that under the leadership development, personally, that has been something that was remarkable for me. I've been a little bit outspoken in my lifetime, and I think my sister somewhere on this Zoom meeting is probably laughing her head off because she knows that to be true. But this club has enabled me to expand what I can do. I was president of our club. I was corresponding secretary, then I was suddenly president. I think I didn't show up for that meeting and got thrown into that. And then I was a district director, governor-elect, and governor. And then last year I finished up a 2-year stint with SIA as a board member. And I can't tell you what all of those experiences have done for me. It has made me a better person, one that looks beyond just what you see. And Soroptimist has done that for me. It has opened my horizons completely and opened my eyes to different cultures, different diversities. I will tell you, I too have friends all over this world. And it does my heart really, really good to know that I have friends in Mongolia, I have friends in Japan, in Korea, and all other places, Canada. I mean, I can't even name them all. It's just an amazing, amazing club.
all right. And it's not, and you don't need to be in the club to have these amazing friends all over the world. Your club members are the start of the friendship, because that's who you work together, and that's who can uplift you and stuff when you need it. So anyway, this is just, like we said, basic Soroptimist 101. There's a lot more you can find. You can go to the websites for soroptimistinternational.org, soroptimist.org, which is the SIA website, or soroptimistsr.org, which is the Southern Region website, and find out. Just go and scroll through and see what you can find out. And if you have any questions, you can always find a past governor to ask. So thank you very much.